Hey, Jeremy, this is Brendan Marks from The Athletic. Nice to meet you, I guess. Just sort of wondering, how have the first couple of weeks of practice been for you, acclimating wise? And, I know you're still in the process of getting back to 100% after the injury. How are you feeling physically right now?
I think my body's come along great since I've been down here. Been getting stronger, been getting bigger. Coach has definitely been on me about my weight, but I think just coming from the WCAC and just playing for Team Takeover, I just been accustomed to those hard practices and just been used to them over the years. So I'm adjusting pretty well. Yes.
All right, Jim Sumner, go ahead.
Hey, Jeremy. Jim Sumner, Go Duke, the magazine, and Duke Basketball. Just describe your game for us.
My game, I'd say I'm a scoring guard. I get my teammates involved, lead the team, play defense, just do anything that it takes to win.
You say you're a scoring guard. There have been some concerns raised about your three-point shooting. Where's that part of your game at right now?
Definitely still work. Definitely something I got to work on. Just getting that consistency in my jump shot, but I think it's coming along, and I'm ready to show everybody during the season.
Thanks.
Hey, Jeremy, this is Rod Baxley with the Fayetteville Observer, man. Nice to meet you. What have you learned so far about what it takes to be a point guard at Duke under Coach K?
You just got to be very confident, communicate, and you got to be very vocal. That's one of his main things. Just you got to lead the team, direct everybody, make sure they're in the right spots. Just be the leader on the team, and basically that extra coach on the floor.
Is there any experience that kind of stands out so far in practice as kind of a teaching moment?
He's definitely been on me just talking. I'm doing a pretty good job. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it, but I guess I could definitely still get better. But that's his biggest thing, just being vocal.
Got you.
All right, we'll go to Steve Wiseman next. Steve, welcome back.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Jeremy, nice to meet you electronically anyway. I'm Steve Wiseman with the Raleigh News and Observer and the Durham Herald Sun newspapers.
How you doing?
I wanted to ask you about what it's like to run this offense at Duke when you have a lot of options. You have a lot of guys away from the basket, not just dumping the ball inside and getting the basket that way. As you're a point guard and you come up the court, what's that like for you?
It's fun. Just to play fast and just to know you got guys on the wing and the bigs that you can kick to, you can dump off to, and they'll make plays too. You got guys like Jalen Johnson, Wendell Moore, Matt Hurt on the wing. It's just crazy to play with guys like that, and it's just fun just to play with that kind of talent.
Thanks.
All right, we'll go Casey Hintz, Tom Shanahan, Sam Klein. So Casey, go ahead.
Jeremy, I'm Casey Hintz with WRL TV here in Raleigh. I guess just my question is, what's your relationship with Jordan Goldwire, just as a leader and a veteran, and kind of how he's helped you getting settled into Duke?
Definitely one of the vets, just a guy that's got me acclimated here. Just showing me the ways, showing me how practices go, showing me how like a day-to-day Duke life goes. So he's been a big part of why I came here and just a big part of my success here.
Hey, Jeremy, this is Tom Shanahan from the Wilson Times and TomShanahanReport.com. Hey, you did a video in August, very interesting answer about who your favorite player was. And that guy now has 2 NBA rings to go with his NCAA ring. Yeah. Can you talk about, one, why him? Because most kids pick a GOAT, a famous player.
Yeah.
And then also, have you been able to talk to him recently, especially since he picked up another world title?
I picked him, just a DMV guy. Played in the same conference as me. We just been close throughout the years. Like I've seen him in the gyms, and I've always looked up to him. And that's when he's definitely one of the reasons why I came to Duke. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to him after the big finals. When I'll definitely get in touch with him soon, though.
All right, thank you.
Sam Klein, go ahead, please.
Yep. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Jeremy. Sam Klein from Duke Basketball Report podcast. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wanted to know what you're thinking about the breakdown of all the different guards that are going to be on the team this year. There's you and DJ Stewart coming in. There's guys returning like Wendell Moore and Jordan Goldwire. So there aren't that many minutes to pass around. How are you thinking about how that's going to break down?
I mean, we're learning to play together. Like Coach says, there's not going to be one lineup. It can be different guys in different spots. So just learning to play together, learning to play off the ball, learning to play on the ball.
Great, thank you.
We'll go JB Ricks, Jasmine Fritz, Brian McLaughlin. JB, go ahead.
All right, thanks, Mike. Hey, Jeremy. JB Ricks here from Spectrum News One. Thanks so much for taking out the time. Nice to meet you as well. I got a question for you in regards to, based off of the practices that have taken place so far, who's going to be that go-to guy you think on this team when it comes to crunch time, when you guys need that bucket down the stretch or whatnot? I mean, you guys have plenty of veterans and obviously another stellar freshman class to work with too, but based off the practices so far, who's going to be that go-to guy when it comes to crunch time?
I think we got a lot of guys that could be that go-to guy. Like for one, we got Matt Hurt, we got Wendell Moore, we got Jalen Johnson, we can dump it down to Mark Wynn. So we just got a lot of guys that I feel like that could fit that moment and just make the big play, make the right play.
All right, cool. Thank you, man.
All right, Jasmine, go ahead. Jasmine, I think you're muted.
Sorry, I'm Jasmine Fritz, Buzz Sports Radio in Raleigh. So you kind of mentioned some of the things that led you to Duke. If you can go through what went into your decision to pick over, Kentucky or Carolina, and then how has that been reinforced since you've been on campus?
So what made me my first decision to go to Duke was when I came my junior year to the Duke UNC game, and I just saw the atmosphere, just how Coach K he carries himself, how he carries so much for his staff, his teammates. He just cares for everybody in his organization. So that was a big part of me coming to Duke.
And then can you talk about how that's been reinforced since you've been on campus?
Like Q explain.
Yeah, so more so, has everything you thought about coming to Duke, has some of those things kind of taken form and taken shape with the way you interact with the players and the coaching staff?
Definitely. Like you can act like how you really want to act around the coaches. So it's just they brought me in as a brother. The coaching staff really just looked out for me. So it's everything I've asked for.
Appreciate it.
All right, Brian McLaughlin, please.
Hey, Jeremy, Brian McLaughlin with Devils Illustrated and Rivals.com. How are you doing?
How you doing?
Good. So I wanted to ask a little bit about Jordan Goldwire again. I know Trey Jones and Jordan played a lot at the same time last year. Have you had an opportunity so far to work with him on the court together in practice, or is it just kind of facing off against each other right now?
We definitely got a lot of reps in together. It's fun playing with him. Like he can bring it up, I can bring it up. He can defend full court, I can defend full court. So it's really just a fast-paced game when we're in the game together. So that's my type of game. So I'm ready to play with him.
Well, and a follow-up to that, on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, he's gained a reputation for being one of the better defenders. What have you learned from Jordan in that regard?
Definitely one of the toughest defenders I played against. I'm trying to just pick up on techniques that he does, just the little things that he does to make him such a great defender.
All right, we'll go Brian Horace, Chris Clark, Brendan Marks. Brian, go ahead.
What's up, Jeremy? Brian Horace here from DukeBlogger.com, fellow DMVer here in DC.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good, man. My question was, everyone we've talked to so far has talked about how you guys are going to play fast and how, you guys are going to be deadly in transition. How are things going in the half court? Have you guys worked extensively on half court stuff?
We definitely worked on some half court stuff, but I think the main thing is just spacing out, and just we have so many guards that can break people down one-on-one. We can just break people down, find the open man. We can swing it one more time. It's just so much stuff that we can do in the half court because we have so many guards that can break people down. So we definitely have sets, but if it's really just 4 out, 1 in, and just guards breaking people down.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
All right, Chris Clark, you're up.
Jeremy, thanks for taking the time. Another fellow DMVer here, Oxon Hill. So don't hold that against me there. But I was wanted to know what you would look back on goals wise this year that you would think that freshman year should be a successful season, if you would. Like, what would you look back on and say, yeah, that was good for me?
Could you repeat the question one more time?
What kind of goals have you set for yourself this year, and what would you look back on as being successful?
I mean, just winning as many games as I can. I mean, obviously the individual goals is going to be there, but I think if we just take it one game at a time and win one game at a time, I think the goals will, I mean, they'll fall in place.
Thank you.
Brendan Marks, go ahead.
Hey, Jeremy, Brendan Marks again. I just wanted to ask, so you guys were one of the last schools to actually have basketball players come back onto campus this summer. You guys were a little bit more delayed, even than some of your ACC counterparts. What was that process like? And based on that timeline you guys are on now, having come back a little bit later, how far along do you feel like you guys have progressed, and how much more work is there still to do with the season being about a month out now?
I feel like when everybody came back, like coach always told us to stay ready, don't get ready, stay ready. So I feel like when we got down here, just everything just started rolling and rolling. So I think we're at a pretty good level right now for the season.
What would you say the chemistry is like between all the new guys so far?
Definitely still gelling a little bit. It's gonna take some time, but soon enough it will be there.
Thank you.
All right, we got time for a couple more. We'll go to Jim Sumner and then Vashti Hurt. Jim, go ahead. Jim, go ahead. Jim Sumner. All right, Vashti, go ahead. Vashti Hurt.
Thank you. Hi, Jeremy. Vashti Hurt with Carolina Blitz. I was just curious how competitive practices have been in those 5-on-5s. Can you give us an idea of how competitive those matchups have been?
It's been very competitive. We got a whole roster full that can go on, that can be on the floor at any time. So the 5-on-5 practices, it'd be battles, and it's good for us. It gets us ready for the games and for all the close moments that we have, because Duke is one of the biggest schools in the country, so we're always gonna have that target on our back. So this iron sharpens iron. So that 5-on-5 is great.
Sam Klein, go ahead.
Jeremy, who so far have you hung out with the most? Like, who's your best friend on the team? And what are kind of what's the socializing like, especially now that you guys are all limited given the situation around the pandemic?
I mean, I'm close with all the guys on the team. Like, all the guys on the team are my brothers. But I just say, just because I've had an early relationship with them. Wendell Moore, we played like during my high school years with Team USA. So I probably say I have the closest relationship with him.
And how about socializing during the, I imagine you can't see a lot of the other students on campus.
Oh, no.
I guess mostly just socializing among the team.
Yeah, just mostly socializing among the team and managers and coaches and stuff like that.
Brendan Marks, go ahead.
Hey, Jeremy, yeah, I know. I think it's interesting. You have the benefit, being one of the guards coming in, of having a number of former Duke guards on the coaching staff. There's Nolan, there's Coach Shire, Coach Carrawell. Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that they have been able to tell you about sort of, the history of that position at Duke, and what specific skills have they been helping you work on?
I mean, all the coaches are a big help, but especially Coach Shire and Coach Nolan. Like, especially Coach Nolan, he's a DMV guy, so he's been telling me early, like, what to expect in ACC, just what to expect of Coach K, just showing me the little things that Duke brings, and just been working on, like I said, being vocal, ball screens, just breaking a guy down, just my whole offensive game.
Thank you.
All right, Jeremy, I got one more for you. This came from Jim Sumner. His question was, did Coach K's willingness to start a true freshman at point guard influence your decision to come to Duke?
Yeah, it did. But he always told me that the spot would never be given. So I mean, I just had to work my butt off, and if it's right, then he can give me the starting spot. But I don't think it would be like, it's never going to be a locked starting five. Like, we have so many guys that can play and be on the floor at one time. So just take it one game at a time.
All right, Jeremy, really appreciate your time this morning. This has been great. Thanks again, and we will talk to you again soon. As always, we will send this video and some B-roll of Jeremy to anybody that requested, so please send me an email if you want that. And I'll send another email out later today to get RSVPs for tomorrow's meet availability with Coach K. So, Jeremy, thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.